God Almighty, people, breaking news, hospital, breaking news, you know, loving yourself, where God give you know, feeding yourself good, and no child fi sick out, and go no hospital. You know, remember me, I tell you, know, breaking news. Did you know, said Duppy, I travel from hospital to hospital in Jamaica. God Almighty, breaking news, people, breaking news. Me and my good friend, and he sick out, and go hospital, up a town there, and when he look, indeed, and check say, a dream him a dream. But a reality, he see one doctor, one nurse come to him and tell him say, he ready to go in an operation room. And then one of them woman decide that we a spiritual lady, get up and start spinning roll and attack all type of thing and I rebuke him. And so my friend finds say a Duppy did come to him. And the Duppy I tell you woman say, everybody will come at hospital before them go in a theater, them make sure operate upon them first before the real doctor go operate upon them. Good God Almighty, people, me I beg you no do, no try sick and go no hospital. Duppy in a hospital, them a Jamaica move from hospital to hospital. You know no sick, fi go in a hospital. Breaking news, people, breaking news. The Duppy tell you woman say, he operate upon the patient them before the real doctor go operate upon them. So everybody way he Duppy operate upon and them go in a theater, they no come out alive. Because he operate upon them before the real doctor and nurse operate upon them. Good God Almighty, what is going on in our country? Duppy in a hospital. When people look and you're sick and you lie down and you go look now and see one doctor come to you with trumpet, you check see a real doctor. When you take a stack of blast, see Duppy doctor. Good God Almighty, you know no sick and go in a hospital, you know take care of yourself, love yourself. Love God, put God first and trust God. You know, sick out at all, if you know sick out and go hospital. What's if you know go take operation? A blasted Duppy doctor, a operate pan, you know, saying I go dead. Breaking news to backside. Breaking news, people, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. No make no Duppy gain on no pill, no bad injection, and can't no go theater go operate pan, you know. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, people.
Now, the next thing that is popping in the news based on the breaking news. Just in case you did not know before, it seems as if a lot of the persons that are working at these medical facility hospital, especially the public hospital, are not actually doctors, are not actually nurses, they are actually Duppy interning at the hospital, and in turn taking away your life, sending you to the eternity, sending you to the devil in hell, or God, depending on which side you choose. Now, people, look at the comment section and you hear what persons are saying. It seems as if a lot of persons are not thinking this is BS. It seems as if a lot of persons are at least mixed review. Persons have experienced the same thing that this man is talking about. So when I listened to this and I thought that this was some sort of Brother Nancy Tukuman story, some sort of BS story, persons are saying, achoo. Now, people, the thing about social media is that once you sound convincing, once you sound as if you know what you're talking about, people are always going to believe because persons are gullible or vulnerable. Kind of how people over sensationalize stuff on social media. So when this man is talking, a lot of persons that are listening, I would have thought that maybe 90% of the people are going to say, this man is half I'm rockers, this man sick him head no good. But it seems as if it is at least 50-50. So therefore, that tells you it's either something goes so, something close to go so, or maybe this man just delusional like a whole bunch of Jamaicans out there. Let me know in the comment section if you feel as if Duppy is really in the hospital them doing surgery, taking away persons before they actually go to the original operating room. But then again, you have to be a Duppy for working at most of these hospitals because none of these doctors or nurses seems as if they have any sorts of patience. So therefore, it seems as if the Duppy them step in and is doing the job of these persons beforehand, point blank and period. Now, the next thing that is popping in the news is based on the picture that you see on the screen as I speak. The caption reads something like this: Beryllium Guard who stole 15 million was just arrested in a St. Andrew. Now, people, based on the fact of when it happened, based on the fact of where it happened, this is Mega Mart Superstore that is on Waterloo Road. So we are talking about Kingston and St. Andrew. So this dude robbed the place, or robbed his establishment, robbed his business. Well, he just walked away with the money, leave his license, fire piece, issue piece from the work, and him uniform and cuts. And then within 2 days, he was caught. So he left a rob from Kingston or St. Andrew and was caught in a St. Andrew. So in other words, he was hiding in plain view. Now, people, I don't know if when he saw this money in the truck, him kind of get red eye, and I don't know if when he went home, he might have been counting very slowly, needed the assistance of the count from Sesame Street, so it took him a little while, and while he was there, the police probably rolled up at his house. Well, people, they said that they went to the house, they did not find him. However, it seems as if he was hiding in plain view. Now, people, like me say, you cannot be penny wise and pound foolish. You cannot be freedom wise and prison foolish. So this man stole the money, did not even get a chance to spend the money, buying a house, buying a car, go a back road, get some pumps, buy something for him, side chick, rate, lele, blue, blah, blah. So therefore, him just put himself in a whole SHIT load of problem for nothing, none at all. Did not go on vacation at one of those all-inclusive places, never take no flight, go to Dubai, never buy no pumps, never buy no house, never buy no car, never do nothing other than cause himself a whole bunch of problems. So it seems as if the devil might have been on his shoulder and I say, you know, so them whole heap of money, the 15, 20 million or so. Why not just take it, take off the uniform, leave your gun, and go about your business and go spend life and live some big life? Well, people, it seems as if that was the plan, but it did not work out according to plan. He was caught soon after. Makes absolutely no sorts of sense. Like my mother always tell me, say, if you can't hide, don't thief. Obviously, this man was not skilled on the art of hiding. Point blank and period. Now, the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called the good that you do, it follows you, and the bad that you do, it haunts you. If you cannot be good, then be very careful. And even when you are good, be very careful, because in a Jamaica, a life ain't worth ish. They will take you away for something, nothing, or for petty itch. The picture that you see on the screen is of a lady that it is said come from Water Lane. Don't know exactly where Water Lane is. I am assuming that it is not in a Clarendon. However, she was found, meaning trying to clutch to her life with a couple of holes in her head that is detrimental to her health, from some sorts of hot lead. So pretty much them blaze her up a couple of times in the upper body, a couple of times in the head. So it seems as if somebody wanted her gone for whatever reason that is. Don't know the specifics. Now, people, like me say, a lot of times, persons are always on social media, don't know anything about this lady, don't know about her from Adams or Eve. But it seems as if when persons run, and run from one place, we live in a big world, but the world is so small, especially in a Jamaica. My point is that it is like fishing in a bucket. Whenever persons want you, they can always find you, because 90% of people, this is not scientific, of persons that lose their life, it is at the hands of somebody where them know, somebody that they've crossed paths with, or somebody that they have double crossed again. I don't know the specifics. However, whomever was looking for her, when she ran from Water Lane and ended up in a Clarendon, they found her same way, so it seems as if they were kind of fishing in a buckets. And then she pretty much kicked the buckets. So people, just as I say, be very careful the type of friends that you keep, because you don't know who is who and which part is where. Point blank and period.
Hey, bro, they got us, bro. From the robbery we did last week. Yeah, they got me in the back of the police car. I'm calling you, nigga, because you was with me. That's why I'm calling you. Don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it. We'll be at your door, bro. I'm bringing them to your door, bro. I'm not going to jail by myself, bro. I can't. I can't go to jail by myself, bro. I'm bringing them to your door, bro. I'm letting them know where you live, bro. We did it together, bro. I can't go to jail by myself. I can't go to jail by myself. Bro. That's we on our way. We on our way. We on our way. We on our way, bro. I'm not playing. I'm really in the cop car, bro. And they got me for that robbery. We did, bro. We did that, bro. I didn't do that shit by myself. You told me to go with you. I didn't ask you nothing. Nigga, you came with that plan, bro. We on our way. I don't care. We on our way. We on our way, bro. I don't care. We on our way.
There's dry snitching, and then there's self-snitching. And then this is what we call barefaced and bold snitching. It is not as if he might do some sorts of paperwork and working with the people behind closed door. His partner in crime not knowing, and then next thing him know, his partner get trapped in some sorts of sting, some sorts of entrapment, whatever you want to call it. In this case, the man get hold by the police, and the police tell him, say, listen, you're wanted for XYZ. We know that you were not alone, you had a co-conspirator. We want to know the name of that co-conspirator. As a matter of fact, we want to know where your co-conspirator is so that we can find him and we can arrest both of you guys and charge both of you guys. So therefore, spread the crime across the board. So this man, as soon as he got hold, he didn't man up. He didn't act like a real G. Him act like a real B-I-T-C-H. Him act like a G, meaning G-I-R-L. Now, people, the truth and the fact is that most persons, when you talk about Americans, they are the epicenter of snitching. That is why the state, especially the feds, have a 90-something% conviction rate. It is because these people are willing to work with the devil. As soon as they get caught, they are working with the people that are catching them. It is not different with Jamaicans. However, we know Jamaicans always jump up and beat them chest and talk about informer for DEAD. Truth and the fact is that most cases in America, especially these gang cases, whether a shower, whether a power, whatever case you're talking about, it is the top lieutenants that are actually the persons that are snitching and bringing everybody down. So therefore, snitching is universal, whether it is Jamaica or foreign, especially in America. That is the epicenter. And this man is calling his co-conspirator and make him know, say, we are coming, as if he himself is the po-po. Point blank and period.
I'm not school! Every Monday you want to school! What make you want to school? Sergeant, sir!
Yeah.
Girl must go sergeant, sir!
Yeah.
Sergeant, so we have 8 students!
Yeah.
Rappers, come to school. Me, I belong to my school myself. Come on, so the principal have them. Where am I with you?
I'm lunch.
Yeah, lunch. Jawbreaker. You tell me say one jawbreaker, I'm a purchase for you. Eat one first. Jawbreaker. The jawbreaker is it whiten your teeth so you can eat it and puff up your belly. Rat pie is one thing.
Yeah.
See rat pie is so. Warm your mouth. Rat pie is brush your teeth for morning.
Yeah.
And your mouth smell like it poop.
Yeah.
What the jam is set, rat pie is. What the jam is set.
Now, the next thing that is popping in the news, whenever you break social media, whenever you're buzzing and trending on social media as a TikToker for something despicable. When you set the bar so high as it pertains to controversy and drama, well, low, sorry. You have to come again with something very, very low because expectations are now through the roof and people don't want to see you go back to normal. People want to see you do something that is taboo, and for Jamaicans, comedians are not. A man dressing up like a woman in a wig is something that is usually frowned upon. That is before, of course, TikTok, which you know it is infiltrated, infested with all sorts of fishy character without a shadow of a doubt. So this man knew that. He went on Jeffrey's show and him talk about him mother in the worstest way. Talk about how him come home and you know the rest is history. After you say something like that, nobody wants to hear anything normal from you again. Everybody expects something out of your mouth that is going to blow them away, literally. Well, people, I cannot say that this is on par with what he said on Jeffrey's Toxic Talk. However, this is something taboo again. So he now realize that he might have to do some outlandish stuff just to get recognized. So the moral of the story is that whenever you post anything on social media and it buzz and it keep you trending, give you a hype, the people don't want to hear anything make any sense from you. They expect you to do the same thing that you started with, or else they are going to forget about you. Your 15 minutes of fame is going to be over in less than 15 minutes, 2 and 2. Unless, of course, you do some more ish like you did before. The more them get it is the more they want it. And whenever you do anything that is out of the ordinary, you are not going to be accepted. Point blank and period.
Like, come on. Him swing a bicycle and him step in it. Like, why you do that? That don't make no sense. Why you mash up him on bicycle? Watch out. Why you do that? It's a bicycle and why you step on it? Watch there. JCF, come on, don't do better, man. This is not a bike, this is not a motor vehicle. Why not do all of that? Why not for him on bicycle and step up on it? That don't make no sense.
So the next thing that is popping in the news, based on the video that you just saw, with some officers demolishing a bicycle that is owned by a man. Now, people, this one is called make the officer them do them job. They are just serving and protecting. And again, like I said, don't know the circumstance as to why the police is mashing up this bicycle. Don't know if this man rode into children's hospital and was riding and licking down all of the crib of the purses, the little baby, little chickadees them. And the police chase him and then them hold on upon him and say, you know, we're going to stop you from doing this now. Bet you not do it again. We're going to mash up your bicycle. People, me not really know the circumstance, but to me, based on what I am seeing, just by the eye test of what I am seeing, is that it kind of seems a little bit excessive. Seems as if they are doing more than their job. However, one of you geniuses in the comment section that are always saying, bicycle, this can be used as some sorts of tool. Explain to me what is going on here and the justification as to why, if you know this officer is stepping up on this man's bicycle, this officer fling the man bicycle at the wall, because I am confused at this point and I don't want to seem as if I am always going against the popo. Let me know in the comment section. Point blank and period.
The people, me not a chance it, you know. Dog and pussy have the same look. Actually, some people go through with their vehicle. I am not chancing it like them. Look there. Look there. Yes, sir.
So the next thing that is popping in the news, based off the video that you just saw, it is called Puss and Dog Don't Have the Same Luck. And worse, if you don't have a car or you don't have a good truck. Especially with all of these flooding that we see in Jamaica lately. It seems as if something is wrong with the drainage system, something is wrong with the infrastructure, or just too much rain fall at Jamaica. But we see this every year, and every year is the same thing. The definition of insanity it is called. However, what do you do when you buck up on a circumstance like this? Are you going to proceed and go about your merry business? Are you going to take the risk? Now, people, don't know if it is coincidental that I am seeing the video when I was faced with the same option yesterday, right here in Orcharius Town, right by Sandcastle, right by that UDC parking lot by the Reno gaming place, right by that Texaco gas station. You know that that is a one-way. Right at the Texaco gas station, there's a ride, but that road was flooded. The road to the supermarket or to the Burger King was also flooded. However, I wanted to go the opposite direction to go towards the toll. So therefore, it's either me take one flooded way, which is going all the way to the clock, or me make the right there. So the fact that my car is decent and the fact that it kind of have some power and kind of have some height, I decided to take that risk. It worked out. However, a whole lot of persons were stuck in the water because them car not really be like that. People flood out. People, like me say, the problem is not the vehicle, the problem is the infrastructure, the problem is lack of drainage. And the truth and the fact is that puss and dog definitely don't have the same luck, especially when you don't have the right car or the right truck. You are going to get FUCK, stuck in the mud like Stucky, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news based off the video that we just watched for about 15 seconds or so. I am going to call it something seems a bit fishy. Something seems as if this conductor is kind of too liberal. This conductor has no source of homophobic bones or genes inside of him. Because based on the fact that the bus is parked and we understand that, it is hard for a bus to come by and sometimes you're waiting and you don't want it to seem as if you're waiting in vain. You want to go about your merry business, but at what cost? Is it okay for you to pack up the bus like sardine? That means that even when you can't put anybody more, you still have put people and ram them up being the literal word. I force them up, I push them up into the bus, I ram them up like I said. People, something is definitely wrong with that video footage. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think that it is okay under the circumstance for the conductor to push you from backways and then ram you up in the bus from backways? Point blank and period.